Y'all go ahead and hit that like button while we wait as I catch myself because we got to talk about this show that don't nobody really give a damn about. Girl, this show was the longest show in America for me. Yeah, it really was. It was just too long. Everybody was pretty boring. I just really felt like the trailers be cap as fuck. You know, the trailer was giving, ooh, this season gonna be good. And then we turn around like, bro, this season was giving every bit of flop. Mm-hmm. Every bit of flop and fast forward. Okay. I was so tired of this season, all this extraness of meet the family, meet the family, meet the friends, meet the friends. Da 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 da. I was let's keep going. And all these fake ass relationships. Let's keep going. Sabrina left the process, you guys know. So because she chose to leave the process, Demetrius felt like it would be best for him to also leave the process. So he decided to skirt too. And I just kind of feel like, Demetrius, you should have been left the process a long time ago. Joy, if you knew you felt however you felt about these dudes and your man wasn't really here, you should have skated out. Y'all should have both ended y'all journey a long time ago. Honestly though, when you think about it, if they would have left early, we probably would have complained. Like, why everybody leaving early? Everybody just ending their time. Girl, we would have complained about whatever. So there's that. There are 3 couples that are left. You have Daikia and Paul. You have Carmen and Donovan. And you have Clifton and Joy. So we're now down to our final 6. Y'all, I never thought I would ever see Paul make it this far. I was expecting Paul to be gone by episode 3 or 4. I truly was. But Paul played the game good enough to be there all the way until the end. Girl, bye. All right. So Tommy links up with everybody because he had them out to brunch. So he links up with everybody and he wants the ladies to introduce the men to their families. Child, I guess, honey. Let's move on. Carmen lets Donovan meet her mom and her dad. What we learned is that Carmen's mama is a preacher, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Now we know why you be out here leading with your sexual, heavy sexual energy, girl. Because y'all know most preacher kids be running all kind of mucks in the mother church and the palace. All right, and that's definitely the energy Miss Carmen gives us. Like she's straight running mucks, okay, from the church to the palace to wherever else she go. All right, so Donovan did arrive with flowers, and the dad for me. Y'all know what, Bob? Y'all let me know. Let me know. Because I'm from the South, but I'm not saying I'm like no Southern belle or whatever like that. But here's my thing. Let me just say this, okay? And I'm folks from up north, so I guess it don't matter. But anyway, this is what bothered me. I don't be understanding why women's dads feel the need, or where this came from, that they feel the need to put on strong and tough for the dudes that they meet, as if that's going to have any effect later on down the road when they hurt your daughter's hearts. Like, what is this energy that you're bringing? What is that? You wanted to be so tough with him for what? You still was going to get the representative. So what is all of this energy you're leading with? I guess, girl, I guess you wanted to show that you're a no-nonsense dad. Well, how does that play out for the child that she's had with another man that she's not with now? So how does that work? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so Donovan tells him that he does have kids. And he don't ask this man, so if you having kids, does she have, how does disciplinary, how does that work? So can she discipline you? Can she say anything to your kids? And I'm sitting up here like, can he say anything to her motherfucking child? Can he say something to her child too? While you asking those questions? I don't know. Anyway, I'm like I said, can he discipline her child too while she over there trying to discipline his kids? Anyway, Donovan he tells them that he did cheat in his marriage. But when it comes to Carmen, he says they have to stay in communication, and as long as that doesn't change, nothing would happen like that. But if it were to get to that point where he felt like he was going to cheat on her, he would just leave the relationship. Okay, so her mom wanted to know about his faith, and he says, "Well, I'll tell you this. I think he said he grew up Catholic, but he's not religious. He is spiritual. He does believe in God." And the mama said, "Baby, that's all I need to know. Okay, I've been watching you. I've been observing you. And the only thing I need to know is what's in your core. And it seems like God is the center. So I'm going to ride with you and I'm going to believe that. Right?" So there's that. Okay. Her mom does say once he leaves the table that she thinks that he is going to give her the best. Okay. What else she says? Her dad thinks that he does have potential, but the verdict is still out. And I just wonder how long that verdict is going to be out if they are indeed truly, out here dating. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's get to Joy and Clifton. So Joy and Clifton, she lets him meet her sister Tia. And it sounded like her sister said, like, oh, he's gorgeous when he walked up. I was like, oh, okay, you think so? Okay, he's not a bad looking guy. So then the sister asked about her traveling. And of course, he doesn't like that she's traveling because they're just now starting to create this new bond. And it's about to be tested much sooner than what he expected with them living in two different countries or whatever, right? So, what else did she say? So Joy tells her sister so they have small talk. He talked about how they got some things in common. He helped her clean her closet or something like that. They both got OCD or whatever. Once he leaves the table, Joy sister asked her, like, what are you scared of? She said, I'm not really scared. It's not that it's something I'm scared of. It's just the fact that it's everything that I've asked for and it looks like it's here. Like every single check mark, everything that I wanted is right here. But I think that she's afraid that she could lose the very thing that she wanted because of the career that she got. Like, dang, I wanted all of this. I finally got it. And now the only thing that's putting it in jeopardy is me wanting to have my career. And it's a career that I'm not willing to stop for anybody at this time. Right? So let's get to Daikia and Paul. Paul speaks on being married for 12 years and having twin daughters. I don't know if I remember Paul being married, but anyway, he got twin daughters. Paul says maybe he doesn't want anymore. I think the mama asked that question, like, would you want kids or something like that? He was like, Daikia said, you could say no. He said, I can? Yeah, maybe not. Paul didn't know what the hell to say because Daikia, I think what was blocking him was like, if I do have kids, I don't want them with her. That's why it was such a struggle for him to about answer that question. The brother gonna tell us, yeah, you is. Oh, do you have a PCP? Hollering, hollering, hollering. And Paul is like, yes, I do have a primary care doctor. I'm like, how did we even get to this? How did we get here? How did we get here as if your sister not own herself? Like, what's going on? Anyway, so her mom asked him about his credit. He talked about how his credit is good or whatever. Paul asked if they've ever seen her in a relationship that they feel like she should have bailed out of a long time ago. And I think they said no. They haven't seen her in a relationship. They don't really get to meet a lot of the people that she's dated. But when he asked that question, y'all, for me, and I could be wrong, but for me, I felt like he asked that because he knew he was going to bail out on her. So this ain't what he wanted. He probably was trying to gauge how she was going to handle that or something. Because I'm like, what kind of question is that? Anyway, so her mom says she does think that Paul is the marrying type, and her brother asked, can she see herself with him? And Daikia, in so many words, says no. I mean, he got potential, but I don't really think that's for me. That's what she really wanted to say. Okay, now let's get back to Clifton and Joy. So she tells him that her sister did have some concerns about the long distance between them. Clifton says he has had anxiety about them being separated, right? In two different areas. And Joy says that she doesn't have reservations at this time, right? But she's concerned that he has more of the reservations, only for us to end up seeing her cry. And I'm like, Joy, you lied. You tried to make it seem like he was more bothered by the distance, but honestly, you're more bothered by it as well. Like y'all on the same page, and that's okay. Right. So she ends up, telling him that she's not ready to tell him bye or anything like that, and vice versa. So, she kind of cried about it. He went over there and he consoled her. They probably still together to this day, child, but we'll find out at the reunion. Let's get to Carmen and Donovan. So Donovan decides that he's going to choose Carmen. He wants to take her on a trip to wherever she wants to go. Chai made me think about The Ultimatum. Okay, I just reviewed that show. It's on Netflix, so y'all can check out those videos as well. Because one of the guys told the girl at the end when he left his girlfriend, girl, just missed it, and gonna choose a whole nother girl, and they gonna be willing to take this girl on the trip around the world wherever she want to go. God, I can't. They ain't even go on the trip. But anyway. Carmen talk about how her heart flutters for Donovan, and then they decide to kiss. And production team comes to the front. Y'all get on my MFing nerves. We saw more kisses from Carmen and Donovan than we've seen from the people that actually connect Clifton and Joy. I was so bothered. I was like, girl, why is y'all showing us this? And why is y'all spending so much time? Y'all could have spent more time on her walking up there than you spent time on them kissing. I want to see that. I go, anyway, girl. Of course, Clifton and Joy chose each other, so they happy. Moving on about their business. Daikia and Paul. Daikia come over. Paul comes to gift Daikia some flowers. Gave her this long speech. Okay, and she gonna tell him something first. She was like, "You remembered." And I'm like, what she mean you remember? Like, why? Because he ain't bring no flowers to your mama like everybody else or something? Or maybe Paul ain't as smooth as he want the people to believe that he is. But anyway, Paul gives a speech about guys not seeing what he sees in her, but then decided at the end of the day that he's going to be choosing himself. I was like, well, I can't really blame Paul for choosing his stuff, honestly, because they had no connection and they met at the end. They didn't have enough time to connect, but he did say he wanted to continue to see her outside of the process to see where it goes. Guarantee you it fell flat because they weren't interested in each other. They just weren't. Daikia was in full agreement. She was looking like, I'm glad you said it, baby. I am glad you said it because I was gonna say it if you didn't say it. So I mean you just saved me, so that's fine. Right. So that was pretty much it. I just said again, the trailers be so cap, all kind of cap. And then we get to the season and it be giving dry floppiness. You know what I'm saying? And it's just horrible. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you, Marva. Oh, it was that he remembered that she liked pink roses. Thank you. I appreciate that. Phil said, y'all get up off my Uncle Paul. I'm finna stay on Paul. You hear me? All the way to the show over. Let me see how he acted this reunion so I can eat him up some more. I only see Donovan and Carmen as friends or occasional F buddies every now and then. I see them as more as friends, but you probably got a point with the F buddy. Okay, you could hit the nail on the head, child. Okay, wasn't it discussed? I was like, girl, if y'all don't scoop back, please. I do not see. I don't either. I don't. What y'all thought about the overall season, though? Like, let me know your thoughts about the overall season. This season. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, Daikia is too beautiful to seem desperate. She knew her real connection was Eric, and I am so disappointed that connection could not go further because I really saw a genuine connection between the both of them. I do believe and feel like they could have overcame that issue, but I think it could have been how Eric handled it afterwards, right? I think when she checked him in that moment and she about reached out to him, I think she could have called to get some type of understanding. I don't know. I did it. So at one point felt like she blew it out of proportion, bigger than what it was, because it seemed like when she came and said that I'm done with him, I don't want to film with him or anything. Like, I'm like, girl, this was something that y'all could have conversed about, because when you're getting to know people, they're going to do something that you may not like. It's not that it necessarily have to be immediate deal breakers, but it's something that you can have a conversation about. And from there, you can start to learn whether or not this person is really going to be somebody that's for you once you check them and you teach people how to treat you. And if they're adhering to that and they correct their ways, then maybe you could see a possibility. Because even when you get married or get in a serious relationship, they're going to do some stupid action. It's just what it is. And it's just about having those conversations. So I think I want to believe now that it could be how he handled that situation afterwards. He could have been real snappy. Y'all know some text messages ended up being released or whatnot that allegedly came from Eric. And if that's how you handled it, I probably won't want to rock with you either, just on how you handle that situation overall. But yeah, so let's see what else. She knew her real connection was Eric, and then she latched on to Clifton. She should have left and not tried with Paul. I agree 1,000%. I feel like she could have went ahead and left after Clifton told her that it's not her and it's going to be Joy. You know, and it's just interesting because after they went to the cabin or wherever, the lake house, it was no more eliminations. I don't recall seeing any more eliminations. It was people falling off and dropping out on their own. I think Tori was the last elimination, right? I think they sent Tori home, and then after that, everybody else just started falling off like wildflowers. And because of that, if people are going to drop off, then I feel like it definitely would have been A-okay for Daikia to be like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and end this journey. And we would have understood, girl. I promise we would have understood. Okay? I can't wait for the reunion. Seems Sabrina's true side will be on full view in Laverne and Precious. Yeah, I'm wondering what Miss Sabrina is going to be bringing. I wonder what that's going to be looking like, what Miss Sabrina going to be out here saying to the people. Or if we're going to get more clarity as to why Sabrina operated the way that she did, or if we are not, and we're probably going to, not like her, whatever. Hopefully the reunion is good. I think nephew Tommy was hosting, right? Is he back? I'm hoping he back. I hope he's healthy and back because I'm not really interested in seeing nobody else host. Now, outside of Tommy, I probably would have took his wife. Okay, I think I would have been open to her, but I would not have been open to the men being on the stage to get they finna disrespect this girl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's see what else. I'm glad this season is over. I just want to see Laverne act a fool at the reunion, baby. I'm ready to see that as well. I wonder what Miss Precious is saying about him. What Miss Precious called that man? I don't know. What did she call this? Did she call him a manipulator or a narcissist or some type of energy he was leading with? I don't know. I want to see what that whole conversation was about, where she supposedly told him some information about people. We're going to see. Do y'all know how many parts there are? Because I don't. I know they say a part 1, so I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 3 parts. I feel like it could be 2 and we're good. But sometimes they don't address everything, so I don't know. We can't complain about this season, but love that Mario, Reva, and Tandy foolishness. Ooh, I feel like their foolishness was more entertaining than this. I feel like we can't complain. It was giving more honesty. That wasn't the first season or second season. Now this other stuff just be fake. Like I feel like Tandy and Mario and Reva, even though I do not condone how they got together at all. And I feel like Mario was shiesty for how he did that. I feel like that's that stuff happens in real life. But as we watch the seasons as they go, it just comes off like forced. Everybody lying. People just want to stay to the end and stuff. I feel like earlier on the seasons were more like genuine. But we'll see. I mean, I guess they got time to improve. Daikia needs a guy who is super successful, who is very regal. The men weren't on her level. Ooh, okay. I had a feeling from the beginning her guy wasn't there. I think that's a pretty good point. Don't Miss Girl work for NASA? Miss Girl got big books. Big books, big educated. Hear what I say. I don't know what Laverne does. I mean, I don't know. He could be a guy that carries himself in a manner where we think he got a lot going on, but he don't. But I feel like if anybody probably was on her level, he could have been Laverne. But Laverne is worse than Ari. He don't know how to talk to folks. Donovan and Clifton keep throwing shade at Daikia, so I'm wondering what's that about. I find it very BIT made. To be honest, how they throwing shade? Girl, I didn't know that. What you mean? The only couple I like from Ready to Love is Rashid and Simone. Well, I have to agree. Well, and they connected, I think, at the very last minute when they had that date. At the very last minute. Yeah, I think they complement each other. I hate that we didn't really get to see their relationship flourish while they were on the show. But shout out to them for creating a YouTube channel, because then we got to see a little bit of ins and outs between them. So yeah. Sabrina has this "I'm going to get you before you get me" type of energy. She still needs to heal. Interesting. Okay. Laverne needs a younger woman because he seems like he's still on playtime and not as mature as the other men. Got it. Sabrina, I think does need to heal, because I remember looking at the show kind of like, you over here talking about Donovan not being ready for a relationship. What are you? Because y'all been out of y'all marriage or situation or whatever about the same time. And then here it is, Demetrius has been divorced and has that history just like you got that history. Demetrius ain't showing you no type of energy, none, yet you still feel the need to go towards him. But when it comes to Donovan, you're not going towards Donovan. You want to question whether or not he's ready for a relationship. I would think if I have to go after a man or get him to see me or have a conversation or whatever, I would think he's the one that's not ready, the one that would join this particular process, be open to dating, but then want to shed a part of himself off because you're not solely focused on him, even after you told him you're focused on him. To me, that type of man is a man that's not ready. Joy had the best personality of all the cast members this season. I could see that because as I started watching this last episode, I wonder why Joy never really got eliminated. I think she was up for elimination once, but I wonder why. Because she wasn't really opened up to nobody else either. She was more so opened up to only Clifton. So I was like, I wonder why. Then I was like, it must have been that personality that everybody gravitated to. Like, what kept her around? Now, even though Eric was open, I'm sorry, not Eric, but Clifton was open up to meeting more people. He definitely was open up to it, but hold on, let me exit out of this. There we go. Yeah, he was opened up to it, but it didn't seem like she was. So I'm surprised they kept her around as long as they did too. Daikia is phony and needs to take her I'm too good personality down a bit, and she's always going to be looking for love, men sense, and authentic personality. She needs to take tips from Joy. Ooh. Watching the previews for the reunion, Paul and Laverne have beef. I think they blocked each other on social media. Well, Phil said everybody loved the Joy and Clifton story, but me. You know what, Phil? I think you just enjoy being antagonistic. I think you enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you enjoy having the opposite perspective as others. Makes for a great challenging debate. Ace is my girl, definitely my fave. I really wish Wiley would have been more open and gave her a chance because I could see them two together. Was Ace at the reunion? I wonder if she even came to the reunion. Child, we probably know Tina ain't come to the reunion, honey. Tina probably went there, baby. Ooh. Phil said, nah, I just thought they were fake. Well, damn. Okay. It says no, I think I read that one. Okay, y'all. All right. Well, then I guess that wraps us up on Ready to Love, y'all. Okay, so y'all did see Ace? You saw Ace? Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to check the preview one more time. She was in the preview. What about Tina? Did y'all see Tina? Tina probably wasn't there. I wonder if she showed up. I think Wiley, Ace, and Daikia were open for love this season. I hope they find it. Yeah, I hope so. Hope so. And y'all know Daikia wasn't really focused on Wiley because he was too young. And I'm like, that might be what you need, Miss Ma'am. Just somebody a little younger than you, but somebody that got a job. Don't be like Shorty's man, Mr. Kenneth over there on put a ring on it that's younger than you, but ain't got nothing to offer. Yikes. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you got to have a whole lot of. You know what I'm saying? We already at a disadvantage anyway, being black child or whatever. Anyway. However, I mean, bring something to the table. Dang, bring some forks and knives. Bring a little bit of cornbread. Okay, bring a little something. She'd have made the collard greens and stuff. Okay, made the turkey and the dressing. I mean, you gonna bring some. Bring the yams and the cornbread or something. Plate. Okay, get it together. Hold up. Baby Kendall took me out when he said he work a lot. BIT. And on that note.